Morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So we've got another Tuesday Treasures here, and this is the new year. So hope you all had a great New Year's Eve. We call it Hogmanay here in Scotland. So for Tuesday Treasures, what we've got is a policy pocket. So it's the front, and it's got a flap to tuck under, and it's got the flap to fold over, and the two side flaps. There's two circles so that you can do your string closures or whatever closure you want. And I did a little label, and it's because we're sort of like going into the new year and with Valentine's. So it says, "For you see each day I love you more, today more than yesterday and less than tomorrow." And it's Rosamund Gerard, and I quite like it. So I printed this off on cream, just a light cream card, just a bit thicker than paper. I also printed it on white, and it's just to let you see, you know, if you print it on sort of like slightly cream card or coloured card, you are going to get different. And I just decided to do that. Also with that, you get just mine misprinted a little bit. It's kind of a distressed, grungy paper with hearts in the background, and it says, "Love is the beauty of the soul," and it's got that dotted about as well. So what I did was I printed it on the back of that, but I just printed it small, because when I cut that out, it's only mainly for the flap. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to go away and I'm going to cut these out, and I'll be back in a few seconds. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. So I've cut them all out. This one I have that you've got white marks there for you to crease. I've already done that, and you can see that when because I did this paper and I didn't do it the full, it didn't fit, but never mind. This one's going to go, you're not going to see that anyway. So I'm just burnishing the edges. So what I am going to do is I'm going to ink round, and I'm just getting my, I think we'll go with ground espresso. So what we do is we stick this one down here. So I'm just going to open them up, and we're going to glue this one down. Put the lid on my ink. And then what we want to do is we want to match the edge up like that, so it's right on the very edge, and then open that out, and you might get a bit of glue seepage like I have. Then we fold these ones back in, and we put some glue on these. Now because I can't sort the glue seepage, I'm just putting a thin line of glue. And then hold that down. And put that like that. And there we are. We have our policy pocket. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to that on there and just make sure that that matches So that is there and there, and I'll use my ball tool and just gently, if you press too hard with a ball tool, even with card, it can go through. And then we'll ink. And one of the things I've done is, before I stuck this down, I should have put the circle on it. I haven't. So just in case you do that. So what I want is, I want a circle here, pull them out, and I'm guessing the middle, and I'm going to use my pin tool just to put in the middle. So you can use a needle for this, and then put that. And then this is just ball tools, but there is like a pin tool. There we are. And I want a split pin. I think I might use a thick one actually. No, I won't. I'll use a thin one. I've got some thin ones here. I'm going to use, I've got some with short legs and some with long legs. So I'm using a short leg one on here, and you just open the legs. Don't have it, you know, so that you, because what you need is, you need to get a bit of thread through there. Now what I need to do is, I need this one about here. So again, I'm going to use my pin tool. You can use an awl, and I'm just putting my fingers in there, and then I'm putting that through there like that. I am going to use an awl just to get a thicker, just a thicker hole. And all that is, and I've got, this is just a bit of foam that I've got. Normally I use that one, and it's one that I got when I bought a glass cover for my phone screen. But I've got some other bits, and you get them with all sorts that you buy. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing that in. Now you might be able to see, yeah, you can see there. So what now, that I have to open the legs. You can see I'm doing that. See, normally it's best if you do that when it's open, because what you need to do is put a bit of tape on that, otherwise things are going to catch. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of masking tape. Masking tape is quite easy to put on. So I'm just going to cut myself a piece of masking tape. And I'm just I've just put it on and no more, and what I'm doing now is I'm just pressing that masking tape down so it sticks to the inside of the envelope. You can see there's plenty of room under there, so I can get some string, and there, if you look, you can see that it's flat, so nothing will catch on that. I'll just put a bit of masking tape on there. You just need a little tiny bit. Masking tape you can ink over, it's quite good actually. And if you use an archival ink, you can actually, you know, stamp on it. So again, I'm just putting it down like that, and I'm pressing it down. pressing it down to the legs like that. And there you can see, if you push it down like that, it's all going to crease because it's going to try and get round that bobble, and you're going to crease your envelope top. I think I might go with some of this. I had it out for the Christmas. I was using it to wrap Christmas presents and things like that. So, and because it's tartan, it's got red, we'll use this one. So all I do is I always fix the string on the top one first. I don't know why. I don't think there's any rules. Probably because the flap you're pulling down. I tie it in a double knot. Some people don't. Some people just wrap it round and just leave it, and if it comes loose they re-wrap it. I like to tie it and then cut it. And then what we do is we just once, that's once, twice, and that's it. And there we have it. So there we've got a nice little policy pocket. Just let me put these away and I'll get my... Now we're working on an ideas journal at the moment, so we're going through decorating pages and things like that. So what I'm looking at is looking for a page to put this on. This has got blue, so it wouldn't really go with that. No, it doesn't matter. It would go with that. It would go with that's too small. But for a pocket, the music sheet it goes with. These are pockets. You could put it in one of them if you wanted. And there we've got some music paper with napkin on. That one's just been extra coffee dyed because when we put the napkin on, some of the glue showed through, and I like the look of it, and I've put a little bit of gold foiling on there, and we've got that. It could fit in there because that's going to be a pocket, and I think that's maybe's where we might put it. I think. But it's just to give you an idea. And these, I mean, I could always put it on one of these, put a little pocket on one of these, because this is the rustic tartan hearts. You could put it on the inside of your journal. It's entirely up to you. So we'll put our little saying on by Rosamund Javard, and I think we might put a little bit of book page behind, or we might just leave this one as it is, because this one I'm going to do a little bit different. So we'll just pop that, but you could put mummy tape behind it. If you don't have mummy tape, if you buy you know, the cheap bandages, and just coffee dye them, it's the same stuff. Book page, music page, anything. So that's basically what that does. That doesn't mean to say that's what you have to do with it. So one of the reasons I did another one is because what I want to do is I want to have, I think I'm going to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pocket to fix to the page, and then I'm going to have this come down, but we're going to keep it up with probably a magnet. You can use anything, whatever you want. So I'm just going to get my board out, and we're going to go over there and crease the edges. Put my pages together for my this journal, the Tartan Hearts. Now we did have a page, I think it's this one. Do you know what? I can't remember now which one it was. I think it's this one. So as I always do, I've fixed my pages in. I will stitch them down, but I'm going to put this one on first. So I'm sure it's this one. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to cut that off, but I'm not. I'm just going to fold it over and just put a lip on the pocket. It is kind of a card paper that it's a very, very lightweight cream card. So what I'm doing is I'm just creasing that, and we're just going to fold them over, and I'm going to stick that down. I'm going to fold these over. We're just going to fold because it will be a pocket. So these will stick on the page so that there is more room there. And this just that's the flap that normally goes under, and we'll pop that out the way. Put it on the right way, Jolie. And I'm just going to get my magnets out because we do want magnets on this before I stick anything down. Now that's going to go there, that's going to go there, and I think I might get away with putting a magnet there. So I want that to open up like that. So this is my magnets. I'm just using small. Yep. Now what I want to do is I want to, the magnets there, I don't want it too near, see that's too near the edge, so we need it a bit further down. Doesn't matter if it's near the edge there because that's going to get stuck down and I can put tape over it. Ah, that's it, so that'll make it there, so that's fine. So I'm just going to separate these, and I'm going to use some glue. Stick that on there, and we're just going to stick this down. Put that down there, and we'll just make sure that that's well and truly stuck at the edges like that. I'll move this out the way, and I'm just going to burnish these edges down, shove that out the way. That needs to stick down there. So we'll put that on, and then I'll ink round it, and we'll put the just making sure that that is in the middle. And what I will do is I'm going to put a little bit of masking tape, because it's just a little bit thicker than paper. Not very good, Julie. I don't want anything catching. Of that. And we'll just put that over like that. And that just blends in. And you can see the magnet there, so that's well and truly stuck. That's not going to move at all, and then we should be able to put that there, but that's going to stick on there. So I'll just open these out a little bit, because what I want is a little glue dot. Now I do have some glue dots somewhere. I think they're here. Right. These are quite I just want a bit of a glue dot. I don't want a full glue dot. Now I've got glue dots stuck on both fingers. That one, oh dearie me. That one back in there. And there we've got that there. So now we do want to cover this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with a piece. Now this is just the paper that I made. I printed it off and I made this, the spine. So that's what we're going to use for that, and it actually matches. It's the same paper. So and go around the edges. On the paper would be good, Julie. I do like using my magnets. I used them when I made albums before I found junk journaling. And you can use magnets. You can get them, you can buy them on Amazon. I tend to get mine a little bit cheaper. I buy them on Temu or AliExpress. You do wait a long time for your stuff to come. Temu's a little bit quicker. Here in the UK, I think it takes about 2 weeks. Where my son is at the moment, he's in Oman for 2 or 3 years, and they can't get, well, they can get Amazon out there. They have to drive to Dubai to pick up an Amazon order. My daughter-in-law was telling me that's going that way. And just now I'm going to ink round it, and I'm going to use ground espresso. So yeah, so I like that. And then what we're going to do inside, so I think what we might do is we might do, I think we'll do a pocket here. And again, I'm just making it with what I've got available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one over, just turn it over and no more. And we'll just have that slightly on the inside, and we'll turn it in here. And anybody that knows me knows I don't do a lot of measuring, and then we'll just leave a little bit there, and then we'll turn that back over, and we'll put that there. I think we might have a, no, I'll just glue that flat to the bottom, but I am going to miter these little bits. And this is just a bit heavier than copier paper. I think it's 120 GSM. And again, I'm just going to ink round that, and I think we'll have a thumb notch in this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a thumb notch with my so what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess the middle. So what I do is I fold it in half, got a little line, match that up, and there we are. And then I just put it on an angle to get it inked. And there we are, we have that. So again, just glue the two flaps. And I've got a little freebie coming out as well that'll go nicely with this. I'm just going to print it off. I'll be 2 seconds. It's some Burns poems, some Scottish ephemera, and some tartan bows. So just give me 2 seconds and I will do that. I'll be back in a while. Okay, so I'm back. So I've cut it out. So what you get is you get 3 Burns poems. So there's a bit, well, that's 2 verses of Auld Lang Syne, 1 verse of To a Mouse, and 1 verse of A Red Red Rose. You get the haggis, and it's just a sketch. You get the Scotch whisky, and whisky can be spelt with an E, so it's Whiskey or Whisky. Most Scotch whiskies are without the E, and it depends on the rye that it's made with. The Irish spell it with an E. I think in the States it's spelt with an E as well, but in Scotland it depends on the rye. And you get three tartan bows. And it doesn't have to be Christmas to use the tartan bows. It doesn't have to be Christmas to use tartan. Not when you're doing anything Scottish, because tartan is Scottish. And the difference between plaid and tartan is horizontal and vertical weaving. Plaid can be diagonal, horizontal and vertical. That's the only difference. But in Scotland we call it tartan no matter what. So I'm just bending these little bows. You can put them on a piece of foam and, you know, sort of like emboss them with a ball tool. Right, so now I've got those done. I keep thinking it's stuck, but it's not, it's the magnet. So there we've got our so I think we'll put the haggis in. And haggis isn't an animal. If anybody tells you that it's an animal with 4 legs, 2 short legs and 2 long legs, they're telling you a tall story. Haggis was originally the offal, and it was cooked in a sheep's stomach. This day and age you can still buy haggis, but it's certainly not cooked. It's not offal because we're not allowed it. I think we'll do to a mouse, or should we? No, we'll do Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne's usually sang at New Year, which we're not at New Year yet. This is in the middle. This is actually the 28th of December, although when you see this it will be in the New Year. So we'll have all sang our Old Lang Syne. And I think we might put that one on there. So I'm just going to, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue, if you've got tartan ribbon you can make your own bows, but when you've got paper ones you can still have the bows without the bulk, which that's what I like, the bow without the bulk. So I think we'll have that there. So that's the inside. And I think I'm going to put a tab on. I'm going to put that one on the Old Lang Syne. I've got a little tartan tab here. I've got a tab board, so I can make them any size. And I got that from Temu, and it was £7. That's probably about $10. That's quite good. Quite like it. Alright, so I'm just gonna put that in the middle before it grabs hold. There we are. And we'll put that one in the front. Now, do I want a belly band? What I was thinking of doing was putting a belly band and putting a little book in there, but I don't think I will. I think I might put another pocket, because I've also got this as well. Now this is one of the pieces of ephemera that come with the rustic tartan hats kit. So it's all tartans, and it is very Scottish. It's got castles and you've got stags and everything. So we could put that one in there, and then if we put a little pocket here, we could have Old Lang Syne. In fact, I might make the haggis a pocket. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yep. And just let me put a little bit more, because you can use anything as a pocket. And just no, I've had this off the pin out of it for a while. That's it. So we're travelling up to Aberdeen tomorrow because it's, well, it was our daughter's birthday yesterday. Between me and Ty, we've got 3 daughters and 2 sons. So the oldest daughter and the 2 boys are mine. The other 2 girls are Ty's, but obviously, and we've got 17 grandchildren between us. Really expensive at Christmas, but it's lovely. So yeah, so we'll put that there, and we've still got this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that in. We might put that one in there, or should we put it in there? Yep. And we've got the little circles. And I think, let me have a look and let me see what they look like up there. No, I don't like them there. But I quite like that there. We've got that there. Should we put a bow on here as well? On the haggis. The haggis doesn't normally have a bow. No, we'll keep that for something else. I'm just trying to see if I can read. It's in funny script. The wee sleekit, cowering, timorous beastie. If any of my Scottish friends heard me, they would laugh because they still think I sound like I come from the northeast of England. They still call me a Geordie. But I've lived up here for 40 years, and anybody that doesn't live in sort of like near Scotland says I talk Scottish. My family think I talk Scottish. I've got a Scottish accent, but up here they say no. So, I think it's this one, isn't it? Yep. Or were we going to put it on that one? I think we might have it on that one actually. So I want to glue the 2 flaps. Yeah. When the glue gets down to the bottom, you get more air in the glue bottle, so it causes more hassle than it's worth. I always remember when my children were in the primary school, they're in primary school until they're 11 or 12, and Burns night is the 25th of January, so they would have they would get up and all do a Burns poem. They would have to learn it, so it was like the To a Mouse or a Muckle Crocodile. And I always remember I'd lived down in England when my daughter started nursery school. I lived down in England for 18 months, so she'd kind of picked up on the northeastern, like proper Geordie accent, and it stayed with her for a little while. And she used to get so upset because she never won anything at school when she was doing the Burns poems, and she thought it was because she didn't have a Scottish accent. So we used to have to sit with her and get her to say it and get her to say Scottish words, because our friend's brother was called Robert, and the way the Scots say it's robot, so robot, not Robert. But it's just one of them things. So there we have it. I might put a little belly band and a little scrap pad in there, I don't know, but there we have it. Right, so I've got these. So we've got papers. They're just bits of ledgers that have been cut down, and I'll put some of them in for now. And I'll decorate them up. And then there's journaling space in there, and there's lined ones and graph ones. So there we are. So so it's not just a policy pocket, so if you cut it out and put it together like what's on the sheet, that's what you get, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's ideal for putting tags and everything in. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to do something different and just show you that, when you get these for Tuesday Treasures, you can do anything with them. Just think out the box. And you can have, so it's not just a policy pocket. And that's enough waffle for today anyway. And I hope you get something out of that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.